Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do is to first hold each deck up to the camera for you to see if it's resonating with you, starting with deck number one. Could your story or message be here in deck number one? Or is it in deck number two? Could your story or message be here in deck number two? Or is it in deck number three? Could your story or message be here in deck number three? All right, so I hope you have made your selection. And we'll go ahead and begin with deck number one. You have the Queen of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Fool, the King of Pentacles, the Empress, overall energy, Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands, and the Three of Wands. Okay. So I feel like the overall energies are about you having to believe in yourself, believe in your goals. It's something that I feel like you're having doubts about. It seems like you started off with this idea. You had a vision and you started working towards this goal or this vision. And I feel that maybe you even had like several things that you wanted to accomplish. And so I feel like you took on a lot and maybe you've been busy, just very busy working on a lot of things because you want this vision to manifest or you want to see something through. And it does seem like things have gotten harder, but you know, you're still pushing forward. So I feel like maybe there's been some sort of pitfalls, but it's like you're still standing, you're still able to continue to go forward. It's just that it did like shake you a little bit. Something shook you a little bit. I feel like you're on the right track in regards to your intuition. It's like you're very passionate about something. And intuitively you know something is on the way. Now it's just a matter of like playing it by ear. And I feel like things had gotten a little hectic for you at one point. And maybe you are even in a position where you're like, you know what, I'm kind of tired, but you know, I feel like I did all that I can do, but now let me just let things play out. So it seems like you're moving into a clearer headspace, or your situation is more calm now. But at the same time, I feel like there's still a need to prepare for what's to come. You're getting ready to start some sort of a new journey. I feel like you're getting ready to do something that you've never really done before. Or this is where this is leading you to. You're being led in a brand new direction, something that you don't have any knowledge of. And it seems like you don't, like, maybe you're aware that you're doing something that you don't have any knowledge about, but at the same time, you're like, well, I don't care. I just want to see, you know, I don't care what people are saying. I know people are telling me this and telling me that, but I just need to see this through myself, or I need to do something myself. So it's like you're just marching to the beat of your own drum at this point. Now, whatever it is that you're doing, it could have something to do with your career, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Maybe people have been in your ear and telling you that you can't do this and can't do that. But whatever it is, it's like you don't care anymore. You're just doing you. On a mundane level, I feel that somebody needs glasses. Somebody's vision is like getting blurry. And I kind of feel like somebody can't really see, but they're just like winging it. They're like, well, I could see this word, and I'll just make out the rest. I'll just put everything together and hopefully I read it right. So I feel like somebody's vision is getting a little blurry. It's possible too that somebody was warned, like people warned you about an earth sign. Maybe somebody was like, oh, you know, that person is like a player, blah, blah, blah. And you might be like, you know what? Maybe they were a player with you. I need to see if they're going to play me. I need to see it for myself. So I feel like you could be ignoring some other advice or things that people said because you have to see something on your own. I'm also getting something in regards to a trip. You might decide to randomly go somewhere, whether it's just, you know, a few miles away, or if it's a road trip, or if you just book a flight somewhere, but it seems like you might end up going on an unexpected trip. Now, also in a love situation, I feel like somebody really does not want any strings attached. Someone gets kind of nervous when you talk about things like commitment and titles and things of that sort. And I feel like somebody is like, no, I just want to like see where it goes. Like, I don't want to like call this anything yet. Maybe it's game, maybe it's not. But either way, it seems like you're going to try to explore it anyway. I would give a warning. Sometimes this energy can come out if someone is being the other woman. So it is possible that you are on a side, man or woman, on a side. But for some of you, this is just about being single and flirty and taking relationships, or not really putting too much emphasis on a relationship, just kind of seeing where it goes. You might find yourself doing some sort of self-care, treating yourself to a spa day, to some new clothes, to some good food. Yeah, I feel like you could be doing a lot of drinking if you drink. You might find yourself doing a lot of drinking. Not excessively, but just more than usual. Either you are not taking someone very serious, or they're not taking you very serious. And I got earth and water out mainly. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So for some of you, you may have had the courage to walk away from something. Like you didn't care. You're like, whatever. And maybe you walked out on a job or walked out on a relationship. It just seems like you don't really care. You're coming off a little detached going forward. I feel like maybe something happened in the past that scarred you. And now you're just kind of like, I don't even care anymore. I'm also getting the energy of ghosting someone or ignoring somebody because they did it to you. I heard the name that starts with an N, something like Nabia, something like that. I see this going either way. Either you are walking out or walking away from something, especially if it was some sort of love triangle, like you're walking away from it, like you don't want to be a part of it anymore, or you don't care, you're aware of a relationship and you don't care about the situation. You're like, whatever, that's not my problem. He came to me, she came to me, whatever. It's like, I know they're in a relationship, but whatever, that's not my problem. Again, I'm seeing unexpected trip. It could be unexpected visitor. If someone was behaving a certain way to protect their image, I feel like somebody doesn't care anymore. They're like, you know what? I don't care about that image anymore. I just want to be free. I just want to be myself. Some of you could be detaching from an image. Also, if not a visitor, it's like you randomly cross paths with someone who you feel would be your ideal person, or something just happens out of the blue. It's possible that somebody has been ignoring you because they're emotionally unavailable. This person may still be stuck on an air sign. Yeah. If someone just suddenly ghosted you or just ended something abruptly, I feel that they need more time to heal. I feel like they're still in a process of detaching from a previous love interest. Or you could be that way. It could be that you're still trying to move on from either an earth sign or an air sign. It's possible that you are trying to seduce someone, or someone is trying to seduce you. Either way, it seems like someone is falling for temptation. Someone could be viewed as a snake for doing something underhandedly or behind somebody's back. Be careful about any type of creative ideas, because there's a strong possibility that someone is stealing your ideas. Yeah, or taking credit for something that you started. I'm kind of getting a situation where someone is intentionally going after somebody's man or woman out of spite. It's to spite the person that they're with. Someone is just kind of like, I knew them first, or I was with them first. So I don't know. I just feel like somebody could be potentially being petty about a situation. And it could be you. I don't know if you're doing this, or if someone is trying to do this to you. Someone flirting with your person just to spite you. Maybe they're not even really interested. They're just trying to get a rise. Also be careful about situations where somebody is acting like they want you back, but they just don't want you with anybody else. They're not gonna, if you were to break up with that person, they would disappear. It's only like fun knowing that there's a challenge or there's a blockage, and then once there's no more challenge, then they're like, okay, you're boring again. I don't really want you. I don't have time for you. So I kind of get that there's some sort of petty play going on. I also feel like somebody knows some information that could potentially hurt you, and they're keeping it to themselves for now. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to deck number 2. We have the Knight of Blades, the Ace of Blades, the Ten of Blades, the Page of Blades, the Eight of Cups. Overall energy, Three of Wands, Six of Cups, and Five of Coins. Okay. Well, it's definitely some strong air energy coming through your reading. So you could have been dealing with an air sign, or there's an air sign that is thinking about you. I kind of feel like somebody doesn't understand your value. And someone also may have wasted your time. Maybe you feel like you wasted your time with someone. I feel like you have like a soulmate in your energy, but this person is at a distance. I feel that someone is too distracted to give you some sort of attention that you're wanting, whether you're in a long distance relationship or I don't know. I kind of feel like there is someone around you who is surrounded by like distractions, um, bells and whistles, false, false glitter. Like something is just like not real, but somebody is more distracted on those type of things instead of some sort of genuine connection that you have with them. Um, if you're in a long distance relationship, it seems like not enough energy is being put into the relationship. I don't know. And I feel too like somebody is doing something drastic, maybe to their hair. It could be good or bad, but it does seem like somebody's doing something drastic. And I keep getting the energy of somebody not paying attention. Somebody isn't paying attention to what they're saying, paying attention to what they're doing. Someone also might be reckless in the mouth, like there's a lot coming out, and somebody might be so unaware of the things that they're saying that could be potentially hurtful. Mm, hmm. Be careful of any advice. Somebody could be giving you some sort of bad advice. I'm also getting something about potential surgery. Something could be going on where you are needing to have something removed or cut out. And I picked this up before. Now, I feel like there is a lot of things in regards to communication. It could be miscommunication, it could be over communication, not enough communication. Something's going on with communication. I feel like that is just being highlighted. But I really kind of feel like it has more to do with how someone communicates. It's just like reckless. Even if it's unintentional, it's like somebody might be unaware of how painful their words are. Some of you also could experience like back problems, anxiety. One minute it seems like you have clarity, the next minute it seems like maybe you're confused. You also might have to cut your losses in regards to a situation. I'm hearing something about backlash or somebody getting like a lot of backlash about something. Something's going on where you don't seem like you feel satisfied, or maybe you feel like you don't belong or like you're out of place. If it's not you, maybe it's somebody around you that's going through this. I kind of feel like somebody could sink into depression and not do the things that they're supposed to do. They just kind of ignore all their obligations. It's possible you could also end up having some sort of a pity party, or feeling like, what about you? Nobody is there for you when you need them. I kind of feel that might be something that you're going through. It seems like you have time for everybody, or you do things for everybody, but nobody is willing to help you out when you need it. I kind of feel too like somebody is being very judgmental, or like reading too much into something. It's like, man, you reading too deep into that. Like, I don't even know if that's what that person meant. There's a lot going on. You might feel like you have a strong connection with somebody that's at a distance. And maybe it even yeah, I kind of feel like maybe you are feeling very connected to an air sign. You also might be venting about somebody, or just talking about somebody, like you can't stop thinking about them, or maybe this is happening to you. Somebody is talking about you nonstop. I just really feel that you might be in somebody's mouth. Like, they're talking. They're doing a lot of talking. I don't feel like it's negative, though, based off of the clarifiers. It doesn't look like someone is speaking negative. It looks like someone is speaking highly of you, matter of fact. And they're talking about how much they relate to you, or how they're connected to you, or feel like they have a spiritual connection to you. There is a possibility of someone feeling conflicted or torn between two people, though. But someone is being very honest about what they want, or what they're doing, or somebody's being just very transparent. It's like everybody doesn't want to hear it, but somebody is like, I don't care. I'm talking about it. I'm concerned for somebody's pet. Oh. Okay, I feel like somebody is having anxiety because they can't stop thinking about you, or everything they see reminds you of them. They're seeing things that remind them of you. Or it's vice versa. You're seeing things that remind you of this particular person. I feel like there's communication coming towards you as well, if it hasn't happened already. I still feel like maybe someone has been too distracted, or focusing too much on other people as opposed to you. Yep, somebody is thinking about you a lot. Now, somebody also could be going through some sort of a breakup. Or the person, if you start talking to somebody, it's possible that this person's going through a breakup. Somebody is really interested in you. That's the main thing. I feel like it's more so in regards to romantic relationship, but it could be business. Like maybe somebody is really in awe of you at work, or if there's anything that you do. If you have your own business, maybe someone is in awe of your work, whatever it is that you do. You may have done some sort of cord cutting with a water sign, or a water sign has tried to cut ties with you. You may have felt some lurking energies, and maybe you're just trying to cut ties with this person. Someone may still be trying to see what you're doing or see what you're up to, even though you aren't talking to them. If you disconnected from someone, I feel like they don't understand why. I feel like somebody is trying to get your attention, whether it's through metaphysical ways, like coming to you, visiting you in dreams, or if it's something in regards to social media and someone's trying to get your attention. Somebody is possibly suspicious or paranoid about nothing. I feel like you're connected to someone, like you can feel what somebody is going through. You're feeling someone else's anxieties, but it makes you not trust them. I kind of feel like you're also going to find out some sort of important information, or find out, again, love related, like there's something that you could find out, like that this person's been talking about you, or this person's interested in you. I feel like it shocks you. Aside from a love situation, I still feel like it's something that you find and you're like, I didn't know this was here. Like you're excited about it. I don't know if this is something you lost or something that you had. It could be. Or maybe you find something that you haven't seen since childhood. Let's say you moved into a new house and you were cleaning out the attic and you found a slinky, just something random. You're like, oh my God, I used to have one of these. Oh, they left this behind the old wood frame. Like, I don't know. It's just like you found something and you're really surprised. It might be something that reminds you of childhood, something that you used to have. Going back to the love situation, because I feel like that's what your situation is talking about. I feel like somebody is trying to block somebody, and it's like somebody is unavoidable. It's like they can't not block you, or you can't not block this person. It's like their energy just keeps popping up. I feel like you don't want to see them. You don't want to deal with them. There is some sort of unfinished business or some sort of loose ends that I feel like you have with somebody. There is a possibility that somebody is trying to apologize or make amends to a situation. If someone thought the grass was greener on the other side and they're coming back to you because they see that it wasn't, you might be like, no, I don't want to deal with you now. Like, you didn't value me, or you didn't see me for who I was the first time. And, there may be some hurt feelings there. But I feel like that's the initial feelings that you might have if this is your situation. And then eventually you decide that you're not going to hold that against that person, or you're going to open up yourself to this person, at least to talking or hearing them out. I feel like somebody's honesty also could have been hurtful. Like somebody was just speaking their truth or being just so blunt, but it was just like too painful to bear. Somebody might know that you're telling the truth, or that you're right about something, but they're just having a hard time accepting that. Another reason why someone's been potentially keeping themselves busy or distracted is because there's an emotional void that they're trying to fulfill. They're trying to forget about you, or you're trying to forget about somebody, but somebody's still like a running program in the back of someone's mental. They're like, I'm still thinking about, even though I'm doing this and I'm doing that, that person is still like running through my mind. It's like it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't end. So I feel like somebody is trying to transmute that energy, but I feel like they're having a hard time. You also might feel that something is disappointing. It could be a job. It could be something that you had envisioned. Something was an illusion or a fantasy, and I feel that you find out that it wasn't so great. Especially more so about the grass is greener situation. And somebody may be wishing that they had kept what they had, or I don't know. There's been a lot of disappointments with somebody. And I see something as like the last straw with an earth sign. Someone is like, no, that's it. I'm done. So an earth sign could have been a catalyst for change for you. Maybe they devastated your life so much to the point where you just completely transformed from it and you're just not the same person. But I do feel like you had to have some sort of a wake-up call, or you're about to, if this hasn't happened yet. You might start to realize that you've been going after the wrong things, or chasing the wrong person, or the wrong dreams. It just seems like you're like, there's no hope here, and you're like letting it go. Yeah. It also seems like there could be a little bit of sadness because somebody is looking in at someone else's life. And so they're like, man, I don't have that life, you know, and feeling bad about it. But people don't know what goes on behind closed doors. So, yeah, but I feel like you're ultimately having to let something go. Or someone is coming towards you because they realize that they made a mistake. One of the two. All right, so let's see the messages for those of you that picked deck number 3. You have the King of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Chariot, the Two of Swords, Strength, overall energy, 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. Okay. I feel like you could be dealing with like a missed opportunity. I feel like there was something going on. There were a lot of chances, and maybe you thought that you had time, but by the time you respond to something, it's too late. So it could be that you were constantly getting messages from some company. Hey, you know, we're hiring for this, and you're always getting these messages. You're like, they're always hiring, whatever. And then finally you're like, you know what, now I need to respond, or I need that job or whatever. And then by the time you reach out to that company, they're like, oh, the position's been filled. Or all of a sudden they don't send you messages anymore. And you're like, they were just sending me messages all last week. If there was a situation where you were trying to communicate with someone, and someone just kind of took their time responding to you, it could be like too late now. Maybe you're like, you know what, I'm done. I was waiting for that person to respond. It's too late. The door is closed. And I kind of feel like maybe someone has like closed the door. There's also a situation where maybe someone is just suffering in silence, or has too much pride to ask for help, too much pride to acknowledge how you feel or express how they feel back. I feel that that's past energy, and that there's someone that is coming towards you. It could be that there's either a reconciliation, or someone like responds to you even though it's kind of late, or it's too late because you have connected with someone new. But I feel like ultimately you are getting along, or getting ready to cross paths with someone who you connect to on an emotional level. It could either be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or maybe a Leo. I feel like there's a strong connection between two people, but then I also feel like somebody is putting up a barrier, or trying to create some sort of a boundary so that they don't get too attached or hurt. I feel like somebody doesn't want to get attached too quickly. You may feel the need to protect your space, but especially like protect your heart. I feel like there's some sort of resistance between you and another person. Like you are restraining yourself, like you don't want to let someone know how much you're interested or how deeply you care, or vice versa. Someone doesn't want you to know that they feel this way about you. And I get like energy that first comes off a little open and receptive, then it closes again, and then it opens up again. Somebody does need courage. Now, you might be unhappy because you're not in alignment with your purpose, especially whether it's career or love. And ultimately, I do see you deciding to pursue your dreams, or have the courage to, take some sort of necessary steps. Romantically, I feel like someone also keeps their distance from you because something about your energy can tame them. And maybe they don't like that. They don't like the fact that you have some sort of control over them. Maybe this person normally is, a dominating person, or they're the ones that's in control, but they don't feel that way with you. They feel like you're the one that could tame them for whatever reason. They're like, man, I just feel like I couldn't go wilding out like I normally do around this person. And maybe they're not quite ready for that, or that they're trying to keep their distance. They're torn in regards to whether or not they're ready for a relationship, or if they want to continue living a single life. I also feel that somebody might fall in love unintentionally, like they were actually just trying to have fun and date or distract themselves, but end up really having some sort of connection. If you guys are dealing with any financial issues, I feel like you need to just kind of hold on, hold out. Maybe things will pick up a little better in the next few months, especially around Cancer season. I feel like there's a water sign that is being very reserved. They're fighting what they feel for you. They don't want to be attracted to you for whatever reason. They don't want to like you, but they do. Yeah. It could be that something seems unrequited, either because I don't know if you're not normally this person's type, or if someone just feels like they don't have enough or they're not equipped. Something could be based off assumption, though. This also could be reversed. I feel like somebody is asking their mom for advice, especially more so like a male figure. I feel like there's a male figure asking his mom, like, what does she think about you? There is a possibility too that someone maybe is in the closet or worried about how they would be perceived if people knew that they were bisexual or gay even. I feel like maybe someone is like concerned about what family would think. I feel like this is more of a new relationship or a potential relationship. It doesn't feel established. Anything that's established, I feel that maybe it's more like a breakup or moving on from that person, or at least some old situations are dying. Like, if you are in a happy, healthy relationship, maybe you guys are deciding that you're moving. It's time to move. Like you're having to reach some sort of mutual agreement. If you're the one that's conflicted, I feel that Spirit is just telling you that you have to do what's best for you. I feel like somebody maybe travels for a living. It's possible that you feel like something you once loved is now a burden, especially more so career related. Like you used to love this job, but now it feels like a burden, or you're holding on to it out of fear that there's nothing else out there, or fear that you don't, this is, what you're supposed to be doing and there's nothing else that you could be doing. So it's something going on where now, you're holding on to something more so out of fear. You're not as passionate about something anymore. You might be tired of traveling too, if you travel for a living. Maybe you used to love being a flight attendant or love driving trucks. But it's like now you don't, it's stressful. Another thing I'm getting is that somebody that you work with has feelings for you, but they're trying to hide them or suppress them. If they start to pull away from you, or if you feel like there's a wall or a barrier built up, it's more so out of that fear of being vulnerable. The other thing I'm getting is someone who's coming off as very possessive and overprotective. I feel like you're about to do something that's considered to be very brave. Like, people are like, how could you do that? How could you say that? How could you put yourself out there? Like, something's going on where it seems like you're going to be viewed as someone who's very brave. Overall, I'm getting that someone is just being very defensive or guarded with you because they don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to allow themselves to feel, but they can't help it because they do. Someone feels connected to you. They feel very close to you. This is a soulmate, but I feel like it's a soulmate that is new. Like, maybe you're more so connected in a previous life, but haven't had a relationship in this life. I do feel that someone's defenses are coming down, or someone's going to remove a block that they had. Creatively, if you've been dealing with some sort of creative block, I feel that you're going to get your flow back. Also, if you currently feel a lack of security in your life, I feel like that's going to change. Something's going to put you on the path of stability and security, whether that's a relationship or a job. And I also feel that your home life is changing, like a move, like you could be relocating. It could be a trip, but I feel like you're getting ready to move. I'm getting someone who looks really youthful for their age, because I feel like there are jokes about this person drinking from the fountain of youth. Okay, I kind of feel like the truth is right in front of you about a situation, but you're trying to sabotage yourself, or your chances at something, or you are trying to avoid the inevitable. I just feel like you know something is true. You know this is true. You know this is your story, but you're in denial, or you're just like trying to run from it. Hmm. Hmm. Either someone could speak in your defense when you're not around, or you could be doing that for somebody. I feel like somebody is coming to your defense. Be careful about leaving your key fob out, because I feel like somebody might take your car without permission. Somebody might go for a joyride. I don't feel like it's a thief. I feel like it's just more so somebody didn't ask your permission. They just assumed that they could do that. All right, so hopefully these messages help. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.